Hi, this is John Erzman, and I'll be going for a level 5 grade category for the bot. This is because it will be using Excel, Word, and Chrome, and it uses well over 4 of the principles that have been taught in class, as well as things such as data scraping and other activities that have not been taught in class, which I believe make this a grade category of 5. So this bot has been designed to pull schedule information off of courses on Canvas from their syllabus, from each class's syllabus, and place them into an Excel sheet for further use and organization. And so we have UIPath here, and this is kind of the main sequence that is going on here. Go to the top here. So if we go into this sequence here, we have first off the row counter at 0, so that we have each of the rows throughout the rest of this starting off at 0, and we can use that as a counter along the way. Next, we input the dialog of where that Excel sheet will be located, and that's going to be this Excel sheet here, which has a listing of the classes that we want to pull syllabus files from, so that we can pull the schedule data. However, we cannot handle syllabus classes that do not have a syllabus file, and if they have images, it's a little bit more difficult as well, but the way this is set up, it will not fail. It'll just pull the second structured data set from inside of a Word document and pull that into this Excel sheet. And so with that, we can go ahead and save. We have our classes here, so we can save this and close it. And moving on, we have a do while activity here. And so this do while will continue as long as we have class names in that Excel sheet. So as long as that has something, we will continue to do this do while. So at the beginning of the do while, we want to create the class name and variable and assign that class name to the variable. So we pull that from the schedule file path that we have made up here in the class schedule Excel file, which we will then read the range of classes, which is that first column, and we will assign each of those things in the column to their class name according to whichever row we are on. This has the row counter along with that column title there, setting it to a string. After that, we have this if here, which again has the same condition as the do while. So as long as there is a class name in that row specified by the row counter, we will do what's in this flowchart, which has the bulk of the bot activities. So the first thing within Canvas is we're going to open up Canvas, which we want to have already open to the dashboard so that we can get through Duo and any kind of login. We're going to send the hotkey of Control F so we can search up text on the page, which we will then use to navigate through the Canvas page to download the syllabi files. So we pull in the class name, and that's what we'll be searching, as well as navigating and clicking on to get through to the Canvas pages. After we're in the Canvas page, we want to go to the class files, which again, we will send it to Control F to search Chrome. We'll delete what's already in there and then search the word files to find the files side menu button. So that we can go into the course's specific files. Once this is clicked on, we will enter the file page where there is a search bar for all files in that particular course. So we're going to go ahead and search the word syllabus here and click the search button. After this, we're going to click these 3 bars that are located in the top left of each Canvas page, which minimizes the side menu. We do this because the word syllabus will be searched again, and having that side menu sometimes containing the word syllabus can cause some problems. So here's that Control F where we replace files with syllabus. And this time we're going to be searching on the grand scheme of all files. And this is going to be one of the files that's named that has the word syllabus in its name. After that, we're going to close out of that Control F, and then we'll go ahead and download the file. After that appears in the download bar at the bottom of Chrome, we want to go ahead and open it up in its folder in a file explorer. So we attach that file explorer window to downloads. As it opens up, it's already highlighted on the file that we just downloaded, which we are going to then rename to something that we can search up later a lot easier and keep some consistency among the syllabi files that we have, which we'll use the class name plus the word syllabus. After we have it downloaded and renamed, we want to pull data from that syllabus file. So we're going to open up Word, which is where all these documents are. It's their file type is Word docs. I'm going to go ahead and maximize the window so that these buttons that we're going to be clicking are the correct size for the bot to recognize. So we're going to open a new file. We want to browse files. We're going to go to PC so that we have this PC so that we have a broader scope of file folders to choose from. On that page, once you click that, the downloads folder will appear, which we will click on. This is where we downloaded things from Chrome from Canvas. After this, we want to go ahead and search the file that we just renamed. And then we're going to go ahead and click enter. This will open the file, which we will then use in data scraping. So we attach the window here, and then we'll extract the second data table, because for the first class, which is accounting 691, the second data table, structured data table within the Word doc has schedule information. So we're going to pull that because this was one of the difficulties of the bot was finding specifics for how to pull just the schedule data that we need without having it find some kind of pattern, since professors can have any kind of format with their syllabi files. And so after we extract the data there, it is output to a data table within UIPath, which is then thrown into the Excel application scope for that class schedule file, where we will write the range in a new tab named after the specific class and write down what was in that table into column A1 and beyond. And then we will use Alt F4 hotkey to close Word. After that, we want to do some cleanup so that we can set up for the next loop, which will be attaching the browser that we left in Chrome. We're going to close out of the file preview for the syllabi that we downloaded. We're going to bring back the side menu so that we can research up files later. We're going to go back to the dashboard so we can go through each course. And then we're going to close out of the download bar at the bottom of Chrome. And at the end of the bot here, we have the row counter +1, which will move us to the next class. Now, if we go back to our sequence here, we just finished going through the flow chart, the full flow chart. So if this condition is met and there is a class, then we will go through the flow chart. If not, it will do else, which is nothing. And then since that same condition would be not met, the do while will stop and the loop will end, ending the bot. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and copy the file path for this class schedule file and make sure that we are on the dashboard for Chrome. And then we can go ahead and run the file, or run the bot. Paste in our file path, and it begins. Now, as it goes, there are some delays because having the delays within each of the activities or some of the activities allowed time for the bot to kind of catch up to itself. And Chrome, if there are any loading times that come in, kind of just helps keep this thing smooth and moving along quickly, but also to a point where it won't trip over itself and cause any unnecessary errors. And so here we rename the syllabus file for the first one. Go ahead and open up Word, where we will open and then find our recently renamed syllabus file. Open up that file within Word. We'll go ahead and scrape it here for the second structured data table within the file. It'll put it into an Excel sheet, and then we will go ahead and clean up Chrome back to the dashboard. Then we'll continue with our second part of the second loop, going to the next class, searching up files on the page, and then repeating the same thing with downloading, renaming, opening, scraping, and then cleaning up. Here's the last class. We go through, again, doesn't matter the position of the Files tab on the side there. We'll still be able to find it and search for syllabus files. And because that's the final class on the Excel file, once it cleans up and goes back to the Canvas dashboard, the bot will end. And we are good here. If we minimize the bot here, and we go ahead and open up the class schedule file, we'll be able to see that 3 classes were created here off of these 3 classes here. Now this is what it's supposed to look like, where we have all the raw data from what was pulled that we can then use to format later. However, because of UiPath wanting to have some kind of pattern to follow, pulling the second data table pulls things like grading on the other syllabi, which is one of the troubles with this one, was having some kind of specification. And here are some other just small things that were goals but made complicated, even though it is a repeatable task and something that has a lot of moving parts. It is something that could be high volume because there are so many students that use Canvas with classes where they might want to be a little bit organized. And so with that, this is the bot.